Far too many brands are using their post-purchase flow all wrong, thinking of it as a throwaway thank you flow, but that's not what it is. This is an opportunity to generate additional revenue from customers that are so excited to buy from you, they just bought from you. So I had to put together this video of the 8 most common mistakes I've seen across brands and across industries that they make in their post-purchase flows. But before we get into that, let me introduce myself. My name's Andrea, and I run a digital marketing agency called Dia Creative, where we specialize in generating more revenue for e-commerce brands, sports, wellness, travel, food, pets, a little bit of everything. Just look at what we did in the first 30 days for a brand new brand just by adding 5 simple email flows. If you want to see results like this for your business, check us out in the link below. In the meantime, let's get to why you're here. Let's dig into post-purchase. With all that said, let's get into what you can do to create a high-converting post-purchase flow. First and foremost, the very first question you should ask yourself, who gets a post-purchase flow? This should seem very obvious. It's the person that just placed a purchase on your site. That being said, there are 2 different types of customers here. First, there is the new customer, and second, there is the repeat customer. So absolutely set up a very simple conditional split that sends to new customers versus repeat customers. This is your very first mistake that so many brands make, is they just have one post-purchase flow. But the experience from a customer standpoint of a new customer versus a repeat customer is very different. A new customer still needs to understand your brand. Your post-purchase should really be that relationship builder. Whereas your repeat customer should be more about having them better exemplify your brand to other people and having it be more a carrying on of the existing relationship. They've already built trust in you, they're buying again. Mistake number 2. What needs to be in a post-purchase flow? This is a very important question. And here's just some of the examples that we include in almost every post-purchase flow. Remember, think it through versus new versus repeat customers. New customers really need to understand your brand. So a message from the CEO if it's a founder-led brand, how-to instructions on their specific product that they bought, testimonials, reviews to get them excited that their product is coming, social engagement requests. Hey, while you wait for your product to arrive, why don't you jump on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or YouTube or wherever and engage with our brand and get to feel part of our community. Complementary products. This is your upsell, cross-sell opportunity. Is there something that they should have bought with their new product that they didn't know because they're a new customer? Is there anything that works really well to further enhance their experience? Review requests towards the end of your post-purchase after they've already gotten their delivery. Obviously, delivery updates and confirmation are good as well. The biggest difference when you're going from that new versus that returning, the returning customer doesn't need to get the same boring message from the CEO. They don't need to get the same how-to instructions. They already know how to use their product. What you could be doing instead of doing complementary products, because by then they should probably already know what those complementary products are. If they haven't ordered those, obviously say those. But the other thing you could do is upsells and cross-sells to other products in their brand, other experiences in the brand, because they built trust with you enough to buy again. What other products should they be exploring in different verticals within your brand that they didn't even consider? Also, lean heavily on getting them to tell their friends and family about your brand. At this point, you've built that trust again. So while it might be interesting for them to see testimonials and reviews from other people, what you really want is for them to start sharing it. So introduce your loyalty program. Now, if you are a returning customer, your post-purchase flow could be a lot simpler. It doesn't need to be as big. You could introduce your loyalty program. You could ask for a review, ask for referrals. That word of mouth is still one of your most powerful marketing channels. Introduce new verticals. If they were buying from your bath category, maybe they want to buy from your kitchen category. So let me show you what this looks like in practice when you're looking at a new customer flow versus a repeat customer flow. First and foremost, here we have a brand that is a new customer flow. So someone's placed an order, you have your first email, you wait 2 days, second email, wait 2 days, and then you have your third. This is a relatively small post-purchase flow, which is totally fine depending on your brand and the relationship you have with them and how many other times you reach out to them based on other channels, etc. So for this particular brand, the first one for a new customer, you really want to welcome them, introduce them to your brand again, thank them for their purchase. This one is a founder-led brand, so it's very important to have some sort of message from the founder. And finally, we are introducing them to our rewards program. Now, it arguably might be a little early to introduce them to the rewards program, but we found based on testing that this works really well for this brand. Every single email we build in components. So here's your little quick tip. Build all of your own emails in components. So this particular component here for rewards, we can use in the repeat customer flow. We can use in campaigns. Just make sure everything is componentized. And then finally, you want to end with your guarantee, so that even though they place their order, they might still be a little nervous. So just remind them again that you have a guarantee, and they should feel very comfortable in receiving their order. For this one, what you want to do here is create that split to go into existing customers as well versus new customers. Remember, we showed you that in the first step. Next, in this particular post-purchase, we wanted to offer them a discount for their next purchase. They are excited about the order, but we want to help encourage them to try us out again. This is a brand that has 28 flavors. If you haven't tried it out, Spryology is actually a very cool brand. If you want all natural remedies and all natural vitamins that you don't like taking pills or eating gummies, you should try Spryology. You just spray it under the tongue and you get it. And it's been around for 25 years, and she has customers that have been with her for 15 to 20 years. So it's actually like a really great product, which I love marketing a product that really works and does well. But particularly in these post-purchase is for new customers, we really want to get that across. So we have that in our message from Ellie. And then other things that we've tested out is putting in some more testimonials to just kind of really bring that home. Because they've already purchased and their purchase is on the way, we want to introduce them to additional products they can get, and not just introduce them in a high level way, because they don't know all the products that we offer and they don't know all the brands. So we give them this clear explanation, and we do call outs for each of the products. Now, these are called dynamic blocks, and you can build this out in your Klaviyo or any other email marketing platform. I think as long as it connects into your e-commerce platform, so like your Klaviyo into your Shopify, this is not a problem. These mean that this little component here, this square, is a dynamic and will pull in based on their existing purchases, and where we found people are most likely to make their second purchase if it is a different product than their first purchase, or a great way to kind of get into that upsell, cross-sell. So make sure to include in 2 to 4 potential products that they could use their code on. And then finally, we give them a 24-hour expiration date for that little sense of urgency. And once again, we explain the different categories of products. So maybe their dynamic products didn't grab them and they want to know more high level about the brand. So that's what we're doing here to get them to purchase. Now let's compare that to what a repeat purchase flow could be. So this is a small post-purchase on average. We typically go 3 to 6 emails in the post-purchase based on the different brand and what we're looking to get across, what messaging we need to do, and how complex the products are. So if the product is hard to understand, you'd also want to include that email that explains how the product works. Now, if you have existing customers that are coming back, your flow is going to be a lot simpler. You can see here it's only 2 emails. We have your order confirmed. Thank you for placing your second order with us. We're actually very specific with this brand. This is a brand where we wanted to create multiple flows based on if they are VIPs on a certain spend. So if they've spent at least $500 in the store, we will send them a VIP flow, versus if this is only their second order versus their first order, we have slightly different messaging. So you can see for this brand, we give them a code instantly in their email. We don't need to explain the brand. They understand the brand. If they've already been using it and this is their second purchase, let's just get right to the chase and give them exactly what they're looking for just with their discount code. This is a very discount-led brand, so this is exactly what these customers are trained to expect. And then we just give them a reminder and ask for a review, because at this point, not only have they purchased once, where you don't know if they loved or hated the products, but they've purchased twice. So this is really where we want to be asking for that review, because they purchased again, offer them that incentive, and become a VIP, join loyalty here. So you'll notice we didn't offer loyalty here. We waited for them to actually fully engage in their experience before they joined loyalty. All of this came from mounds and mounds of testing across both brands to find out when certain customers wanted to have certain experiences. Now, remember, there was one particular thing I had on my list here of different parts that should be part of your post-purchase. This order confirmation email can or cannot be in your email marketing platform. Now, if you are on Shopify, regular, default Shopify, your order confirmation actually comes from Shopify. These are your notifications that are automatically set, and you cannot change these. You cannot shut them off. So your order confirmation sends the order their information that they confirmed their order. Any sort of order cancellation, refund, all of these are default. The abandoned checkout is not default. That one you can turn off, but these up here you cannot turn off. If you are on Shopify Plus, though, you can turn these off by request through Shopify support, and you can rebuild these in your Klaviyo, Iterable, Braze, etc. And this allows you to get a little bit more branded. There's a reason this is offered only for Shopify Plus, because for brands where they want to be a bit more branded, it makes sense. For regular Shopify, just use these. You can brand them a little bit with some color and logo. That's good enough. So I've shown you 2 examples of how post-purchase flow looks different when it is a new customer versus a returning customer, but Maybe you need some more ideas on how to fill your post-purchase. So let's go into point number 3. Mistake number 3 is when your post-purchase is too boring. It's just an order confirmation and a thank you very much. Let's see some other opportunities. Here are some examples from other brands. You can bring in some social engagement, some fun facts. Talk about the different ingredients in your products and explain, look, in Japanese art and literature, yuzu fruit often symbolizes resilience and the appreciation for imperfection. That's super interesting. Like, get them interested in your brand and get them to understand who your brand is. Are you an expert to them? Are you a friend? Are you a trusted resource for additional information? Are you someone that's silly and a rebel or whatever? Like, make sure that this is where you're building that relationship with them so they can know what to expect from your brand. And then always have your upsell cross-sell. Another opportunity is keeping the excitement going with reviews and educational content. Here, right pop at the top, some really fun reviews to get them excited that your product is coming. They can't wait. You want that anticipation so that when your product comes, they instantly want to open it and create an unboxing video that they're going to share all over their social. And if you're one of these food brands that also sells locally, your post-purchase flow is an interesting opportunity to get them to go to their local area to purchase it. So you ordered some, you're waiting for delivery, you can't wait anymore. You might as well go and buy it as well in person. This is where you're going to need to split up your post-purchase flow, obviously by location, to make sure that this is possible, and then always ask for the footer follow. Finally, if your product needs a lot of education to be used properly, now is the time to do that. Now, while they're anticipating your product, get them into the mindset of how am I going to use this? How does this fit into your life? So here you've got an example from Away. Step 1, step 2, find your power, pick your number, all of these things so that you're very clear on how to best use your bag. So when you get it, you're super excited. Looking for some even more creative ideas? Here are a couple other opportunities. So one, you can put in some sneak peeks. This is going to require you to kind of update your post-purchase on a regular basis, but send behind the scenes looks at new brands, upcoming product launches, tease new things. This doesn't just have to be in your campaigns. Interactive content. Encourage social media participation by asking them to share unboxing videos or product reviews. This is particularly important in that return customer post-purchase, especially after they've received their second purchase. And loyalty programs, which I've mentioned before, include them to your rewards program, and testing where this should fit depending on who your customer is and where it should go in the flow is super important. Here's an example of a sneak peek email that was brought into a post-purchase flow where the product is a little blurred out, but it's something that can be anticipated and promoted in that post-purchase flow. Mistake number 4, not splitting your post-purchase into what the experience is before it arrives and what the experience is after it arrives. After the product arrives, your post-purchase flow should still be going. Ask for the share. If they loved your product, ask them to tell a friend. This is still the top converting channel, which is word of mouth. So what's an example of this? Let's take a look. This would be the email that comes after you already know that you've had delivery confirmation. You should have something connected into your e-commerce store to know that the product has been delivered, and then give them an introduction into your loyalty program. Refer a friend, here's how it works, walk them through your loyalty program, make it super simple. You'll see light, nice, bright, large call to action buttons to really ensure that you can get their attention. 5th, what do big brands do that small brands often forget? Seasonalizing. Now, every season is an opportunity to re-accentuate your brand, especially when people are purchasing again and again. Now, what does seasonalizing your brand do? It means grabbing your post-purchase and making it custom based on what season we're on. This works really well for apparel. It works really well for a couple other industries. This is a great example of how in your post-purchase, you can make it more weather specific. So get ready for onesie weather and really leaning into that it's getting chilly. And that way, everyone that purchases always feels that you are talking to them and them specifically in the season that they are buying in. So if I am at an apparel store and I bought something cozy, I don't really want to see a bunch of bikinis in my post-purchase. And then of course, ask for the sale and see what else they can shop for. Number 6, let's get further into personalizing. So you've already kind of made it feel more personal because we split it between new purchasers and existing purchasers. You've personalized it further by going into seasonality. Now, how else can you personalize your post-purchase flow? The Strava app does a great job of doing this with their congratulations email. These are all their post-event emails that are very specific, and you can see it pulls in specifics from the app itself. Now you can do this across a couple different brands based on their purchase history, their interactions, and how sophisticated your data layer is. You need to typically go into a more sophisticated email overall or CRM platform to do some of these things, or if you're connected to an app, this is a great way to do this. But find other ways that you can personalize this based on user interactions with your entities, whether that's your social or your website or your app. Number 7, educate your customers. So many brands assume that people know how to use their product and understand their product. And I get it, you're in it every single day. Of course, you know exactly how to use it. But even with the simplest products, it does absolutely help to have at least one email in your post-purchase that explains how the product works, what it does, and what your expectations should be. Here's an example from Hearth that walks through exactly how to use their product, what your expectations should be. It even has a screenshot to really make you feel like you are excited and you're going to get it. And they make a final brand promise for you. Get ready for a stress-free school year. So this is a really great post-purchase because it brings you excitement and it breaks down exactly what your expectations are and what you should be doing and encourages you to come in and explore. Number 8, post-purchase surveys and feedback. This is a great opportunity to get real customer feedback instantly from people that are checking out your product, purchase your product, and this will help you improve. Do not be scared of feedback, just find a great way to get it. Here's a great example from Bellroy. Settled in yet? It's day 30 since you started your Bellroy journey. So let's find out how we did. We talk about this in another video as well, but basically this is a great opportunity to tell us how much you like it. And based on what they click here, you can either send them to customer support to get their concerns addressed, or you can send them to actually leave a live review on your site. And of course, then ask for the social review as well. Let's get some of that social proof out there. It's second to word of mouth because it's still from a digital platform, but it's a way of getting word of mouth to small creators and individuals that want to share with their family. And then of course, end it out with a great upsell. So you've already been spending 30 days with the product, you love it, you want to share it, you like it, you want to review it well, and now you're ready to purchase something else again. And finally, one last bonus tip, encourage repeat purchases with exclusive offers. Make sure that you time this properly in your repeat purchase flow. I cannot emphasize this enough. This is a huge mistake if you throw this up too early or too late. Test this so you know what's right for your particular audience. Because I know I've shown you some where the repeat purchase offer is very early on and others where it's very late. So make sure that this makes sense for your audience. Here's an example, 25% off when you go to subscription. If they liked your product, then they're ready to subscribe. So offer them an opportunity to subscribe at a discount, right? After you know that they like your product or they've tested it out, it's time to get them to commit to you long-term. So offer them that subscription, give them all the perks, really explain your subscription program, why this is worthwhile. Tell them it's a limited time offer them slightly better offer than they can get on the site, and then instantly remind them of what they should be purchasing with their subscription. So what's the point of all of this list and what can it really do for you? Well, this past year, we saw an amazing amount of success with optimizing and creating additional post-purchase flows. For a particular premium skincare brand, we saw a 52% increase in repeat purchases, up from 40% to 60.8% in that just updating their existing post-purchase flow. And then we created a VIP flow that became one of their top revenue generating flows, accounting for over $82,000 in the past 90 days. Now, this is what I'm talking about, creating additional post-purchase flows that are very personalized, very custom to who they are in that customer funnel and journey. Now that you've watched this video, your post-purchase flows are going to be performing better than ever, generating more revenue per customer and increasing your customer relationship and that customer lifetime value that is so critical for success. If you want help building out this flow or any other flows, or help with retention or digital marketing, make sure to book a time with us with the link below. Check us out. We'd love to work with you and help you build your brand. If you want to stick around, there is another video I'd highly recommend watching after this. It's our email conversion rules video, where we go through all the ways to improve how your emails convert. Check it out.